Hi grade threes, in this video I'm going to show you how fractions show equal parts. So I'm going to disappear, my slideshow is going to come up. You should have watched the introduction to fractions video first before seeing this video. So what did you notice about all of the pieces of pizza in our last video? That's right, they were all divided equally. So each piece was cut, so they were the same size. Let's look at another example. Let's look at this orange. This orange is divided into two equal parts. It shows equal shares for two friends. So this part is 1/2 of the whole orange, and this part is the other half of the whole orange. And we can show this as a fraction as 1 with a line over 2. Let's look at another example. Let's look at this pie. This pie is cut into 6 equal slices. It shows equal shares for 6 people. We can show each piece of pie as a fraction. So we have a total of 6 slices of pie. Each slice is 1 piece. So we show the fraction as 1/6. We can label each piece of the pie as 1/6 of the whole pie. So today I asked you to bring in some food that you divided into equal parts. Reed brought in a piece of cheese, and he divided his piece of cheese into 4 equal parts. So we can say each piece that he made is 1 piece out of a total of 4 equal pieces. So we call this fraction 1/4. Each of the 4 pieces can be labeled as 1/4 of the total piece of cheese. Just like we labeled our pizza in the last video, the pizza that we divided into 4 equal pieces, we labeled each piece as 1/4 or 1/4 of the whole pizza. Okay, so in each of these examples, the food is being divided into 4 equal pieces. Each piece is 1/4 of the whole food. 1/4 is called a fraction. We name the equal parts using fractions. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen with you to show you another example. So suppose you want to share an apple with a friend. How could you share this apple equally with a friend so you both get the same amount? So I actually brought an apple and I cut my apple in half. So if you said, yes, make 1 cut and cut your apple in half, you are correct. So how many pieces did I divide my apple into so that me and my friend could get the same amount? That's right, 2 equal pieces. Now let's pretend we want to share the apple with 4 friends. How would we do that? That's right, we would have to make another cut so that I would get 4 equal pieces of apple. Okay, so here's now my 4 equal pieces of apple. And then all of my friends, the 4 of us, we would each get an equal share or a fair share. So I'm going to go back to my screen and continue with my presentation. And I already answered these questions. Now this is something I didn't get a chance to show you today, grade threes. You can show equal parts of a whole in different ways. Let's pretend we have a square and we want to divide it up into 4 equal parts. Here are some different ways that you could divide a square into 4 equal parts. So we could make a vertical line and a horizontal line and make sure that we've divided our square so that each of the 4 parts is an equal size. Or we could make 3 lines through the square and create 4 equal parts that way. And lastly, we could make 2 diagonal lines through our square to create 4 equal triangles. These are 4 equal parts. And you might recognize this from our building and testing unit. It looks like a truss. So each of these squares were divided into fourths. And we can show this as a fraction as 1 over 4, or a 1 with a line either horizontally or diagonally, and then the 4 on the bottom. Okay, so 1/4 is called a fraction. Let's do an activity together. It says sort these pictures into 2 sets, those that show equal parts and those that do not. Use the letters to record your sorting. How can you check if a picture shows equal parts? So I need to exit from this screen and go back to this page because otherwise it wouldn't let me drag my pictures. So let's take a look at A. Does A show equal parts? It actually does not show equal parts. So if you look at this picture here, we can see that these 2 are triangles right here, but these 2 pieces are diamonds. They are not the same. So we put it under not equal parts. Let's take a look at B. B we actually just went over. Does this show equal parts? Yes, it does. Okay, we see 4 equal triangles. Let's look at C. Does C show equal parts? Yes, it does. We see 2 equally sized triangles. Let's look at D now. Does D show equal parts? The parts are all triangles, but they're not equally sized. This is a rectangle, grade 3s, and rectangles are tricky because we can't always divide them into equal parts if we put a line through them diagonally. So this rectangle does not show equal parts. How about this triangle here? Has the triangle been divided into 2 equal parts? That's right, it has been. How about this circle? Has this circle been divided into equal parts? This is tricky. You really need to look at it carefully. But if you look carefully, the 3 parts that the circle's been divided into are not equal. So we're going to put that under not equal parts. Let's look at G now. G definitely is not divided into equal parts. We see 2 smaller triangles and then 1 big triangle over here. And lastly, our circle, that's pretty easy. It's been divided into equal parts. Okay, so boys and girls, you need to now do some work on your own. What I need you to do is 3 things. Number 1, you need to complete question 1 on page 82 of your math booklet. You do not need to hand this in to me. This page here does not need to be handed in to me. But I'd like you to do page 83, the next page, the entire page, And you're going to hand in this page by taking a picture of your work. So you're going to take a picture of this page and submit it using the turn in button. You need to watch the video on how to complete and turn in assignments. So you're going to click on this link that will take you to the video to show you how to do this. And then lastly, your assignment is next time you have a piece of fruit, you're going to try sharing it in equal parts. Okay,